Hello, everyone. It's Nancy Taylor here with HeyNancyTaylor.com, and I am so excited to share with you my lessons learned in launching, creating, and selling my own digital course. So I'm going to do a little bit of a story first and then give you my tips on when you launch, or if you want to launch and sell your own course, just learn from my mistakes, okay? So when you watch this video, you're going to save a lot of time. You're welcome, and money. So let's get started. Now, I specifically teach online teachers, online coaches, how to create a profitable brand online. And one of the ways that I generate income and a stream of income of mine is selling a digital course. Now, my mentor is Amy Porterfield. That's who taught me all the things. So I started working with her in 2020, learning from her, used her system, and launched in 2020. So it was in January of 2020, launched my first course. Now, before I launched that course, I followed her program step by step. So in that, I did market research. I had already been working with online teachers and had a YouTube channel for online teachers, helping them. And a lot of them were asking me how to recruit. How are you recruiting? How are you generating a stream of income? Because as an online teacher, you're often trading time for money. If I'm teaching, I get paid the $20 an hour, $30 an hour, but I have to be exerting a lot of energy. Whereas if I'm recruiting, I send my link out there, I could be sleeping or with my kids, and then someone would use my link, get hired, and there was $100 commission each time a teacher was hired and went through the process. Now, there was coaching, there was hand-holding, there was work behind the scenes to make sure the teachers were hired and knew how to do that and knew how to teach online. But after you've done it for so long, you build a system, you build a training sequence, and I was doing that. So for my course, I was teaching online teachers how to recruit, how to build their own recruiting system. I launched that in 2020. It was a 6-figure launch. I was blown away. I was just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I can't believe I can help so many people. There were 300 people who enrolled in my program. I wanted to help 100 online teachers to start recruiting and to believe in themselves and to go after it. They could use my system. They could use all the things that I had created. It was all theirs. You might be thinking, well, why would I want to teach everyone that? It's going to dilute my own recruiting. I remember hearing from many mentors, there is more than enough. There is more than enough to go around. And that's why I love creating content here, is because I'm going to teach you not only what I learned from mentors, but what I practice and use in my own online business. So I hope it helps you out. Now, I launched again. I got super burnt out after I created all the course, and then I was not ready to launch 3 months later. I was like, I need some time. And then 6 months later, I launched that course again. And I did a live launch. I had 40 enroll, so that's $40,000 on a launch, which is amazing. Like, it's pretty amazing that you can create an offer out of your own knowledge and sell it. I thought that was magic. And then the following year, I again launched twice a year. I would launch twice a year. I would have anywhere from 20 to 30 people enroll in my online course. By that time, I had gotten feedback, and there was a lot of them were saying, I see that you're using YouTube. And their favorite part of the course was the YouTube section. I didn't know this. I didn't realize that you were generating all these leads from YouTube. And I was like, yes, YouTube's the best kept secret ever. It's not a kept secret anymore. I'm telling you all about it. So I was teaching them all about YouTube, how to create a YouTube funnel so that you can attract your dream clients. And at the time, it was to help other online teachers to recruit, to teach them about your online teaching. And so they can ask you about it, they can email you, they can get on your email list and step right into that funnel. So I was teaching them exactly how to do that. And then for a year, I don't know if it was burnout, if I had like a little bit of a change of identity. I was like, if I'm not online teaching, how am I helping online teachers? It was kind of this moment when I paused in 2022. It's like, maybe I should do health and fitness. I'm going to actually use my system and grow a second channel, which I did. And I monetized that channel, which was amazing. It was a great experience. I do online workouts. My specific niche was helping moms that are busy with young kids. So it has prenatal, postnatal. It's specific for that target. And I loved that channel. It was so fun. It was a passion project. Now, what happened was I thought, I'm just going to launch this. And I'm going to do a Facebook group, and I'm going to do a challenge. And I had heard about him. I was kind of dabbling in following another mentor and her challenge. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try this. And I had one student enroll in my program. One student, and she was a previous student. And thank goodness she gave me hope. And I'm so grateful for her. So grateful for her. And when I had that one student, what did I learn? I learned quite a few lessons, and I'm going to share them with you because this was a second brand I had started. If you're like, well, the same system doesn't work with the second brand, I didn't use the same system. I didn't use Amy Porterfield's program. I didn't use the same emails, the same pre-launch sequence. I didn't use any of that. And then when it got to the selling part, I was like, I need to do a webinar. So I was kind of piecing it together, but I was playing very small. I wasn't telling people about it. I was kind of embarrassed. Maybe you can relate to any of these things. So I'm going to teach you a couple of things that I learned from this experience. So number one, research. You want to research, and Amy teaches this in a way where you do interviews. So I would interview. I know Sunny Lenarduzzi also teaches to get on the phone with like 50 people and ask them what are they struggling with, and people that are not just random strangers, but people that are within like the group that you want to help. So let's say you want to help parents and specifically the moms. You're like, I have 20 calls of moms, and I'm asking them, what are you struggling with? They're like, I'm just burnt out. I don't know who I am. I can't get the house clean. I keep wanting to start a new business. There must be something that I don't feel fulfilled in. Like, ooh, that's a struggle that a lot of moms have. Thanks for sharing that with me. I'm not coaching them on that call. I'm just getting a really good understanding of what they need. Now, I had this before I launched my first course because I had been coaching and helping online teachers to recruit. I had already been helping them. So if you've already been helping someone one-on-one, it's pretty easy to transition into a course and know the messaging or what you want to help them with. So who do I want to help and what's the specific problem I solve? I was unclear on what that was when I launched this new program, and it was like health and wellness, and I'll help you with everything. It was very broad and general and sounded really great in my brain, but I did not do market research. I did not get it back from anyone that said, yeah, I absolutely need this. Maybe if I had done research, I would find I need weight loss after I've had a baby, and specifically in my abdomen. I'm like, oh, that is a specific problem for a specific person. And so I could get a little bit more specific, and then it's easier for people to say, yes, I absolutely need this because they're that person, right? Okay, number two. Oh, that was number two. So number one was research, ask questions. Number two is specific result for a specific group. So I already told you that. Sorry. Specific result for a specific group. Number three is use a proven strategy. Now, I remember hearing this story. I just heard it again today by Amy Porterfield. When she first did her launch, she sold one course for $250. She made $250 her first launch. My first launch, I made $100,000. Why? Because I followed her proven strategy. I followed her framework. If I had tried to launch it like I did the last time when I switched niches and I'm like, I'm going to try this and I'm just going to do it my own way, and I see this is working for some people, I'm guessing, I wasn't following an exact roadmap or a proven strategy. And so I will be relaunching a course in October, and I'm going to use Amy Porterfield's program. I'm going to follow it step by step, and because it's been proven not only by her, but by a lot of students who have gotten results using this specific strategy. So make sure you're following a proven strategy. If you don't, that's okay. You might not sell at the first, maybe you have one sell, maybe two sells. It could just be a longer process, but as long as you're in it for the long game, it could work for you. If you do want to fast track your results or get there a little quicker, it might take more money. Like you might have to invest a little bit upfront. Maybe you have to pay for some ads. Maybe you have to pay for some training on acquiring a new skill so that you can fast track it a little bit. Now, there's no right or wrong way. You can figure it out on your own. You can use YouTube and Google and figure it out, but I would recommend following a proven strategy. Number 4, play big. When you are not sharing with anyone, you're kind of quiet, you're embarrassed. Why? They're just thinking, if anyone else is judging, that's okay. But they're thinking, I wish I was brave enough to do that. Like, where does confidence come from? I do so many things afraid. I remember I would go to, they were graduations, and I would send out flyers for recruiting. I just had this, it was uncomfortable. I didn't feel comfortable handing out flyers and saying, hey, would you like to work online? I have this great job opportunity. But I was getting good practice at discovering what did work. And so it was uncomfortable. I did have fear. I did have imposter syndrome, all of the things, but I kept taking action. So when you do feel afraid, keep taking action, and that will build momentum. If you are unclear and you lack clarity or confidence, take an action item, move the needle forward, and then you'll continue to build that momentum and build confidence. So play big. I think about this with YouTube. I watched this. Oh, that's my alarm. Gotta go grab my kids. I watched this YouTube channel when they were at the very beginning. Her name was Cunnings. What's her first name? She's a fitness channel. When they first started, they had less subscribers than I had. They were like maybe 500. And I was like, wow, they're uploading workouts every day. They are doing they're treating it like they have an audience of 1 million. So they're treating it for the audience that they're seeing. Maybe you see that big audience out there. They were treating it as though they were already there. And then the people found them. They found them every daily workouts, specifically strength training and HIIT training. And they showed up like they had 1 million subscribers when they had 5, 10, 15. They just played it big. I think this is why a lot of businesses can build second businesses, because they go in with the confidence and they treat it like it's already a thing, right? Yeah. Play big. 4 tips that I have from launching and selling my own course. I know that I referred to Amy Porterfield quite a bit, as she's been my mentor on creating and launching my own digital course. She is teaching a masterclass that is specifically for those that are wanting to create and launch their own course. It takes you through 5 simple steps to launch your own course without all the overwhelm and stress. I love her mindset chats and also the stories of success that students have seen. I'm like, this is so inspiring. Of course I can do this, because oftentimes the only person that is stopping you is yourself. So if you attend the masterclass just because you're curious, or you want to get the inspiration or see what's possible, or what an offer of your own could look like online with a digital course, go and just learn. And if you haven't listened to her podcast, she has a great podcast to listen to as well. I'll leave it linked below. She's doing the masterclass until 27th or 28th of September. So if you're watching this after 2023, then I'll leave linked below just her podcast so you can go learn from her. If you want to learn from her, I'll leave her podcast link below. And then she does only open up enrollment one time a year, September each year. So gotta go learn from her. This is the season, the time to get that momentum, excitement. And if you've been on the fence, just put some questions below in the comments. I would love to hear from you, hear what ideas you have for a course, what you're thinking about it, and maybe you've had a course topic on your mind and just haven't taken action on it. I would love to hear in the comments below. Okay, I'll see you guys. Goodbye. Boom.